Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the Loshak and the Bag show for Friday afternoon, March 23rd. It's been a pretty successful week. Jimmy the Bag, of course, is enjoying his shenanigans in Canada. Land of free healthcare, free education, free everything in Canada. And he'll, I'm sure, regale us with stories of his adventures when he comes back. So far, though, he has hit us up on Twitter with some official Sweet 16 picks for today that will count on his official record, and that'll be interesting. Let me just pull up the show here for a second. So we do have some picks from Jimmy the Bag, Sweet 16 picks, and yeah, in general, it's been a pretty successful week in the NHL. Jim's up 5 units in NHL, and I'm up. Let me just see how much I was up here in the NHL this week. Auto sum function here. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, it was generally a good week in the NHL and in college basketball. Jim and I did pretty well, okay, and 8.5 units on the week in the NHL. Very happy about that. I tend to do better in all sports in the second halves of years anyway, towards the end of the year anyway. That's what I would expect in all sports. That's the way it's been my entire handicapping career for however many years it's been. So, yeah. Feeling pretty good, and this is just the last show of the week. Let's see. Almac says free education. Nah, B. All right, I got that one wrong. I went a little bit overboard. That's like freaking Norway and Germany and shit. I understand, Almac, but still, it's a great country, Almac, and I'm sure you're not going to disagree with that one. It's a great country, Almac. You know what I'm saying? That was like me calling like a huge underdog to win outright, and Almac saying, outright? No. And I'll say, okay, fine. But they're going to cover the big spread, and I'm sure Almac would agree with my assessment, my assessment of general in Canada. All right, so yeah, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. We got some. The biggest controversial game of the day is Boston at Dallas in the NHL. We'll talk about that in a second. We've already got a comment here from Nasli about that game. We will get into it, and let's see. Kevin Calixto says, "Hey Loshak, Jimmy won't be on the show today." No, Kevin. No, Jimmy's in Canada, land of the free. Let's see. And there, Almac says, I do not disagree with that, dog. Amen. All right. Fick Knowles says, Pete, are you going to have low-hanging fruits of the day when baseball season starts? I don't know, Fick Knowles. It's not up to me. It's not like I sit there and decide, I'd like to have a couple low-hanging fruit plays in baseball. It's if the market presents them. You know what I'm saying? Am I going to have any low-hanging fruits of the day when baseball season starts? Well, I can tell you this. If a major league team signs Bartolo Colon and has him start, every 5 days, as happened last year, yeah, we're going to have some low-hanging fruits. You know what I'm saying? If Bartolo Colon is not on a major league roster this year, I don't know. Maybe Cole Hamels will go into a horrific funk. Maybe Clayton Kershaw will try to pitch through a back injury, and that'll be low-hanging fruit plays. But the answer is, I don't know, Fick Knowles. The low-hanging fruit is either there or it's not. If you've ever been in a fruit tree, which, I'm starting to doubt if you ever have, Fick Knowles, you can't decide whether there's low-hanging fruit on the tree or not. You have to look up at the tree and see if the friggin' fruit's there and if it's low-hanging, and then you pick it if it is. That's the way sports betting is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, usually every year in baseball, there's a couple of Bartolo Colon type situations where you just have a pitcher who's a clear auto fade, at least for a small period of time, or even a team that's clearly undervalued. Maybe we'll see like a San Diego Padres, KC Royals type situation where a team is undervalued, especially at home, game in and game out. We're taking them as a plus 120 dog game in and game out, and they go on like a 5-game winning streak or something. So, my guess is yes, there will be low-hanging fruits in baseball this year, but there may not be. I mean, in theory, market theory says that eventually markets should get so efficient that there are no edges to be had. Now, that's just market theory. That's just what nerds would say. You know how I feel about nerds? I shove them in garbage cans. You know what I'm saying? I shove them in lockers just like the 80s. But the nerds would say that eventually markets become so efficient that there are no edges, and especially with fucking AI come right around the corner, right? Artificial intelligence going to blow us all out of the water when it comes to handicapping. But as of 2018 in MLB, probably there will be some low-hanging fruits in baseball. Not a guarantee, though. I'm certainly looking forward to it. That was a nice little rant there. What do you think about that, Larry? That was a nice little rant. Yes, I touched on nerds. I touched on market theory. I touched on artificial intelligence. You know what I'm saying? And all with a smile and a mustache. All right. So let's see. Let's see some other comments here. Let me just save these comments because I do freaking love these comments. Let me just save this shit, save this shit, save this shit. But yes, so the point is, yes. The point is, despite all that, I'm definitely looking forward to baseball season this year. I'm definitely doing my research and definitely hoping to find some low-hanging fruits, and if not that, at least a good amount of mid-range hanging fruits, and we'll be able to have a positive ROI once again in MLB as I did last year. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? What else do we have here? YYC Bookie Killa says, "Yo, Loshak, sharps on Dallas, baby." Good to hear that. Good to hear that. Yeah. Adam 26 says, "What the hell are we talking about? Let's talk some sports." Adam 26, we were talking about sports betting theory right there and market theory, which is an essential part of sports betting. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand how markets work, why the lines are the way they are, why the lines move the way they do, why the money comes in the way it does. YYC Bookie Killer says, "Sharps on Dallas, Loshak." Okay, I hope so. You know, I like Dallas. I thought it was an obvious no-brainer play. I thought I was going to get a cascade of agreement in the morning show, but a bunch of people were pushing back the other way. And also people saying that they liked the over. Art Hayes says, "I got Texas Tech tonight." Natalie Rydstrom in the house. Natalie Rydstrom flying, Loshak flying solo day. What's up? What's up, Natalie? What's up, Natalie? How you doing, boo? How you doing, boo-boo? What's up, Natalie? All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Let's see. Nas Lee says, "I'm on Texas Tech." Shatter McDabbin says, "Pete, how much do you love baseball?" A lot. Although I'll tell you this much, Shatter McDabbin, the market guys do very well in baseball. So the market tends to be very, very accurate and very tight in baseball, which is why the lines are so low. Another reason I love baseball is that if you're line shopping on SBRodds.com, your market-wide VIG can be close to zero, especially with money lines. So there's reasons to love baseball, reasons to be scared of baseball. But let's see, what else do we have? Almac says, "Everyone and their mother is fading Purdue." Is that true, Almac? Almac says everyone and their mother is on Texas Tech. Is that true? I mean, that would seem to be the way that you would assume the public would go just because of the injury to Purdue. But look, if I wasn't high on Texas Tech to begin with, I might not have been on them. And again, my sense is that, if Purdue's lights out from 3, they win. If that doesn't happen one way or another, Texas Tech pulls it out. I can tell you one other person who's on Texas Tech is Jimmy the Bag, and I'm on Texas Tech too. So let's see. Trevor Holt says, "Plays of the night, Texas Tech money line and the Duke under 132. Those are both Jimmy the Bag endorsed plays. Al Max says, "I like Dallas a lot. Let's see. Other comments here. Let's see. McGonster still has Bruins. McGonster says, "I got Bruins." Adrian A says, "Love this show." Thank you so much, Adrian A. Nas Lee is now on the Stars. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see what else we have. And that's about it. All right, we'll get into the specific sports. Let's see. What else do we have? Let's see. Okay. And I guess that's Melas Palos Way says, "Nova full game, Nova team total over." Justin Searcy says, "I don't trust Purdue. They have not really been that profitable for a while." Okay. And that's about it. Let's get into one of the many reasons why it sucks not having Jim here is that I can't scan for comments while Jim reads. Jim does his analysis. I have to scan for comments while having dead air. Okay, and Melas Palos Way likes Duke full game under. Vince Harland says Purdue will cash. Norm L says, "I'm on Texas Tech too." Joseph Tucker says Kansas is low hanging fruit. Azubuike. Vince Harland says, "People, listen to me." He's listening. He's imploring us to listen to him. Vince Harlan says Syracuse plus 12.5 and Purdue under in Duke and over in Villanova, and ends it up with the classic braggadocio, 3 words, "Thank me later." Vince Harlan says, "People, listen to me. Syracuse plus 12 and Purdue under in Duke and over in Villanova. Thank me later." All right, so I guess the second most controversial game of the day would qualify as Texas Tech and Purdue. Texas Tech seems like the obvious play with the injury for Purdue. A lot of people though saying that's a trap and that they like Purdue. So the most controversial game of the day I think is the Dallas game. Second most is Texas Tech and Purdue. Tom Marino Tomor says I think Duke blows out Syracuse. They've had 3 days to prepare for the zone and they play it themselves. Yes. Tom Marino Tomor. I can obviously understand why people would see that game with a low total and think you're getting double digits with Syracuse. I'll take it. But I don't know about that. That one makes me very nervous. And once again, they did meet in the regular season a few weeks ago. It was a low-scoring game, and Duke won by 14 or something like that. So, a double-digit win here by Duke would not shock me at all, Tomorio Tomor, and I agree with that, and I am not going to be betting that game, although, once again, like I said, I've said this ad nauseum, Sweet 16, first round of 64 and 32 for me, I love many times full pregame lines, but in the Sweet 16, a lot of times I'm passing on the pregame lines, but loving second half plays. Same with the Elite Eight. Final Four is a totally different animal, but Sweet 16 and Elite Eight, I'm usually looking at second half lines, and sometimes I jump all over them and pound the hell out of them. Zach Kenkel says, under 138, Purdue max bet for me and my clients. Oh, la-di-da, and me and my clients. Oh, thank you later. Okay. Zach Kenkel, under 138 max. Zach Kenkel has clients. I've never had a client. I've never even had someone working underneath me, Larry. Yeah. I've always been flat on the bottom. Never even had an assistant, let alone a friggin' client. Okay. Jake Bell says Duke is the play. I want to go big on it. Tilo says Duke gonna be like the Rhode Island game. And then host of Tucker says Portland Trailblazers, low-hanging fruit, Boston injuries cannot hide behind the home crowd. Completely agree with you on that one, host of Tucker. That was the one play I did give in the morning show. I gave Portland first quarter, and I gave the Boston team total over. And I said the first half and full game were also leans. I did notice that line was getting bet up, and I might quadruple my way on that one with 4 plays on Portland. This one. Ace Farmer says, line telling you to play Purdue. Al Mack says, I'm not going to stop saying it until Pete mentions it. LOL. I never do this. Villanova second half, play of the day, week, month tournament. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how you can like a second half play in basketball before you know the first half result, unless you think that the first half result is a lock. But Al Mack heavily leaning towards Villanova on the second half, and I certainly wouldn't disagree with that one on the face of it. Okay, let's see some other shit. Some other shit, and then we'll get into it. Then we'll get into it. Okay, all right, okay. Richard West says Duke is the play. Public all over Syracuse. Is that true? Can someone confirm? That would surprise me. Public all over Syracuse will be exact same game as Michigan game yesterday. Don't fall for the trap, Pete. Richard West, I was not going to fall for the trap. I was never thinking about playing Syracuse. I've been saying ever since the line opened that I didn't want to take Syracuse here. Once again, Richard West says Duke is the play. Public all over Syracuse will be exact same as Michigan game yesterday. And then in caps, he switches to caps. Don't fall for the trap, Pete. Can someone confirm whether the public is all over Syracuse? Because I wasn't aware of that. As people know, I don't pay close attention to public money. It's certainly interesting and valid and valuable, but for a few reasons, I don't pay close attention to it. But Sean Robertson says public is leaning Syracuse. Okay. All right. Okay. Trevor Holt says Texas Tech and the Cuse game under. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Some internal discussions here, which we always like to see. And let's move on to the individual sports. Okay, let's start with college basketball. We are going to start with college basketball once again. West Virginia, Villanova. Al Mack says whatever the score is at the first half, take Villanova on the second half. I can certainly understand why. Look, I'm going to pass on this game. I know that Jimmy the Bag has an official play on this one on the under. For those of you who don't follow Jimmy on Twitter, you should. You would already know this. But Jimmy the Bag has, and this is going to go on his official record, he likes the under at 153. That's where he got it. He tweeted it out, and that has not moved at all. It is 153 at Pinnacle. Although if you line shop, which you should be doing if you're any kind of a serious bettor, you can see that a few places have 152.5. Bookmaker, Intertops, UWager, but Pinnacle solidly at 153. That's a play for Jimmy the Bag, and I think I'm going to stay off this game. Lean Villanova -5 for sure, but I think I'm going to stay off it. Texas Tech Purdue, most controversial game of the card tonight in college basketball, and that's saying a lot considering how controversial the Duke Syracuse game is. But Jimmy the Bag also threw on Texas Tech +2 as an official play. That line is still at +2, and very early in the week, I threw on Texas Tech on the money line at +115. Again, I think it just all comes down to Purdue's three-point shooting, which is a little bit of if anyone says they can accurately predict, hotness or coldness in three-point shooting, you're a better man than I. Good one, good on you, as they say. I'm going to take Texas Tech here. It's a partial fade of Purdue. and partially because I just like Texas Tech in this tournament in general. I did have them going deep, and that's going to be an official play for me. Some people saying the market telling you to take Purdue. That may be the case, but I'm going to stick with my play on Texas Tech, although, yeah, bookmaker just jumped to -2, -114. So pretty clear small market pressure in favor of Purdue, actually. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Syracuse Duke, Jimmy the Bag has thrown on Syracuse +11 as an official pick and the under 133 as an official pick. That total has gone down a little bit, down to 132, 132.5. Heritage has 131.5. So it is all over the place in terms of the total, but clear market pressure favoring the under here with Syracuse Duke. Jim took the under at 133, and I would agree with that. I might throw that one on there myself, even at 132, 132.5. And Jim also likes Syracuse at +11. You know, I hope he cashes because I'm not going to be betting Duke here, and I might very well have a second half play on this one. Although these double-digit spreads can be tricky with the second half plays because, you know, if Duke is up a lot, it's not exactly sure what the second half line will be. And if the game is close, I'm not totally sure I'd want Duke minus a big number in the second half, but we'll see. And then Clemson, Kansas. This one has second half written all over it for me. King Rail, regular commenter, poster, guy we really respect, who had Kansas State last night. Congratulations, King Rail. He says once again he likes the underdog in a similar matchup with a similar line and even similar market movement. Pinnacle has Clemson +5, -114. So just like with the Kansas State game, some movement recently in favor of Clemson, and I'm going to stay off this one. This one has second half written all over it, but I did throw up an official play on the first half under on this one in the morning show. I gave a first half over 65.5, and what do you know? It's up to 66 or 66.5 market wide. Very nice to see. That's the one official play I do have out of these 4 games. First half over in Clemson, Kansas in the morning. I gave it at 65.5, and I bet that. Now it is up to 66 or 66.5. Pinnacle still has 66. Most places still at 66, but a bunch of places already up to 66.5. The spread on that one, not going to touch it. Lean Kansas, but has second half written all over it. And the first half over is an official play for me. So that's about it, I guess. The closest lean that I'm not going to give is the under in the Syracuse Duke game. Jimmy the Bag likes that one. A lot of knowledgeable commenters in our comment box here like that one as well. Just feels like an obvious play, and I think it's probably the right side. So that's it. Brian Watson says, Pete, sometimes second half is the way to go. Brian Watson, right back at you. I'd make the argument that sometimes second half is the only way to go. Or, no, all the time second half is the way to go. Because you know, the uncertainties pre-game are suddenly become certainties or known quantities in the first half. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Let's see. Al Mack says, if Clemson beats Kansas, Duke has a lot of value because the crowd will be deflated from the loss. If Kansas wins, Syracuse has a lot of value because the crowd will get behind them big time. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Wow. Interesting stuff here from Al Mack. There you go. Reading deep behind the situational factors here, the intangibles. Al Mack says, if Clemson beats Kansas, Duke has a lot of value because the crowd will be deflated. If Kansas wins, Syracuse has value because the crowd will get behind them big time. Interesting take there by Al Mack. That's one of those comments where even if it's not true at all, it's definitely interesting. Just that he wrote it, something to think about. Let's see. What else do you have? Okay. Jake Bell says, I'm on Kansas. I like it. I don't love it. Triple Beam says, not sure Kentucky and Kansas are similar situations. No, I mean, they're similar situations just in terms of where the line is and where some of the recent line movement has gone. All right. Let's see. Other shit here. Jay Scum likes Kansas, -4.5. Okay. All right. Let's see. Purdue. Udamporn Ratanafaki, regular commenter. Purdue will roll tonight. Okay. All right, Udamporn Ratanafaki. If that does happen, I certainly won't be shocked. I'll eat my unit loss. Jim will eat his unit loss as well. Udamporn Ratanafaki is on Purdue. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, and Paco Healy, love Texas Tech big. Wow. You see, Larry, this is why sports betting is so interesting. There's so many people who are knowledgeable about this with strong opinions that are going opposite each other. And then when the game's played, you find out who's right. Larry? That's okay. That's all right. Not. Yes. Well, yes. I mean, that's a topic for debate ad nauseum. I mean, you know, in general, it is true that from opening to closing, you know, if you could bet all of the you know, market lines on their closing numbers on their opening numbers, you would be up in general. Right, so that is a general truism of the way the market works, but it definitely doesn't mean that every line movement is the right one. Definitely doesn't mean that every line movement is driven by sharp action, and it also definitely doesn't mean that every line movement is not going to be countered by a bigger line movement in the other way 2 minutes later or 2 hours later or whatever. So it's just a very interesting topic. People love to talk about it, Larry, because it either supports what they're saying or contradicts how they're feeling, and so people just love to talk about line movement. It's definitely a significant topic. How predictive it is and in what ways it's predictive is up for debate, and a lot of people have different opinions on that, and they combine it with other factors as well, like where the public money is, whether a team is a big favorite or not, what time of the year it is, you know, whether it's the beginning of the season, end of the season. It is a fascinating topic, though. You could write a PhD dissertation on it, probably. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Let's see. What else do we have? Frost Fitness likes the over in the Nova game. Bill Buttlicker says college basketball is scary volatile. That's absolutely true. High volatility in college basketball. And Brovada says Kansas will win by 7 or to 11. All right, let's see. Okay, let's move on. Yes, Tomer says markets are efficient long-term, but in the short run, line moves to the college level don't mean much because variance at college level is so high. Absolutely right, Tomer. That's basically what I just said. All right, that's it for college basketball. Once again, just one pick for me, Clemson and Kansas. First half over 65.5. Jimmy the Bag has 4 plays. West Virginia, Villanova under 153. Texas Tech +2. Syracuse +11. Syracuse Duke under 133. All right, now let's move on to NHL. Once again, my big play of the night, when I might throw on some others, but my big play of the night is the Dallas Stars. Of course, they're coming off of a road trip where they lost all 6 games on that road trip. And in fact, on their last game on the road trip, I bet against them, and I can't remember if Jimmy actually bet against Dallas or whether he just cautioned me not to bet, whether he took Dallas or whether he cautioned me not to bet against Dallas. But his general analysis of that game was there's no way Dallas will let themselves lose all 6 games on this road trip. And what do you know? They did. They let themselves lose all 6 games on this road trip. So now they come back home, you know, off of that road trip. I got to think they can, if ever they can rally around, you know, a situation, it's here. And Boston, again, the injuries matter, you know. The Bruins have a bunch of injuries. Tuukka Rask has been getting scored on recently for a decent amount of time. Lettinen, you know, been playing a little bit better recently. In general, he's not a guy I trust, but recently he's been playing okay. So I'm leaning over on that game, and I did make Dallas team total over 2.5 and Dallas -1 as a big dog line, my official play. Apparently, sharps are on Dallas. In the morning show, there were a lot of commenters saying that they liked Boston, that they didn't like it. Now we're seeing more people coming in saying that they like Dallas, and so it's just an interesting game. Again, it's all about the line. If Dallas loses, you know, I lose a unit. If they lose and score less than 2 goals or less than 3 goals, I lose 2.3 units, which is not good. But it's a calculated risk that I'm willing to take. Norm L says Winnipeg will beat the Ducks. Okay, let's see other comments here. Kilted Chimp says Dallas Stars at home must-win game. I will take it. Teams don't always win must-win games, as we know. But when you're getting a decent line like you're getting here, I'll take it. Let's just check where the line movement has been on that one. Let's just check the line movement on that one. I believe I saw that the line got bet up, and wow, got bet way up. Wow. -130 at Pinnacle right now. In the morning when I gave it, it was -107. Wow, that's a massive move. Larry, any professional handicapper would look at that and feel that they already won. They beat a line move by 23 cents. That's a lot. Yes. Lines don't usually move that much, especially in a major sport like that. So that is a good sign right there. Doesn't mean Dallas is a lock to win, but it does. Well, what? Before it. I beat the move, Larry. So it doesn't mean that Dallas is a lock to win, but what it does strongly suggest is that Dallas was a good bet at -107. That's how you read lines. Doesn't mean Dallas was a lock to win then or now, but it strongly suggests, doesn't guarantee, but strongly suggests that Dallas was a good bet at the... Yes, we are definitely winning. At least on that one game. Other games that I was thinking about. I was thinking about taking a shot with the under in Montreal Buffalo. I know that Niemi is supposed to be in goal for Montreal. I believe he's been confirmed, and both these teams have some trouble scoring. So I was definitely leaning under in Montreal Buffalo, and the first period under in the morning show. Some people were pushing back, saying that they liked the over in this one, which I can understand. But I'm leaning under, and I think I might throw on one or both of those leans that I like here. Let's see other comments here. Yep, there you go. Mally Mal, who's money in NBA totals, which does not at all mean that he's money in NHL totals, but does suggest that he knows totals, likes the over in the Montreal game. Okay. Up. Alan Action says, fade the Sharps once again. Bruins as a dog. I'm on it. Okay. Nasley says, I'm on Montreal. Bill Buttlicker says, I'm leaning and taking Stars, treading lightly, though. Okay. Barkerman saying that Rask has given up a bunch of goals. It looks like Robert Danner says, I love over in Sabres Montreal. Seems like when both teams are out of the playoffs, the over hits. Yes, but I don't know. I'm leaning under here. I think Niemi's been playing well, and I think he's going to have an okay game. Let's see. Oh, shit. Michael Delzidi. I like the name. Michael Delzidi says, Horshack, the Stars will get shut out tonight. Now, there's a prediction. There's a bold prediction. He predicts Michael Delzidi. Any cool as hell poster name says, Horshack, the Stars will get shut out tonight. All right, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to save this comment here, and I'm going to remember it. And if the Stars do get shut out tonight, I'll be pretty depressed. And also, no, I won't be depressed. I will accept my loss as a calculated risk that didn't go my way. But I'll be very impressed that Michael Delzidi predicted a shutout by Boston. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Here? Let's see. Justin Sears says Pitts up, and there you go. The Kilted Chimp says Habs Sabres under. Barkerman talking about how Ullmark has been pretty good. I like that one. Let's see. Shatter McDabbin says Laurie Markkinen playing for the Bulls tonight. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Let me see. Yep. Oh, and Michael Delzidi doubling down. Horshack, the Stars will get shut out, and then he goes ... The betting public are losers. Yes, the betting public certainly is. I mean, supposedly it's sharp money that's been driving the line movement in favor of Dallas, and the Sharps, even though they only comprise 1 to 2% of the betting public, are winners. But it's true. Can't argue with that. Can't disagree with that one. Michael Delzidi has labeled the betting public losers, and I cannot disagree with that assessment. Michael Delzidi predicting that the Stars will get shut out tonight. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's see. What else? G-Man Hag says, you guys have me convinced on the Dallas money line. Elio Rodriguez says, I'm going under in the Stars tonight. And then Brent Brooks says, Michael Delzidi don't know hockey. Ooh. That was a shot there. Brent Brooks just took a shot at Michael Delzidi. Interesting. Al Max says Boston needs the game. They're still trying to fend off the Leafs, but I still like Dallas. Okay. Annie Marak says Sharps bet the Browns. That is all. That's a sports betting insider joke. That is true. Listen, the Sharps were wrong on the Browns, and I was certainly not on the Browns all those games that the Sharps were betting them. I was mostly taking unders. All right. Okay. Let's see. So Montreal Buffalo, I'm leaning under. I have to decide whether I want to make that a play or not. New Jersey Pittsburgh, I'll tell you, once again, I'm leaning New Jersey on the first period, not necessarily on the full game, but I'm not totally sold on Pittsburgh as a team that's reliable right now, as this big of a favorite. Kincaid's going to be in goal for New Jersey. Maybe he'll give up 3 goals in the first quarter. He might throw a shot in the first quarter and at first period, and if he does, that might be a play. And you know what? I'll have a little bit of balls here. I will take that. I'll take that one. I'm going to take New Jersey on the first period line. In the morning, I saw like 158 or something like that. Let me just find what the first period line is here for New Jersey. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of people slamming me for this, but I'm going to do it. Bookmaker has plus 156, and I will take that one. I'm going to make that one an official pick. New Jersey, first period, plus 156. It's just I'm not totally sold on Pittsburgh. They're still a good team. When Jimmy comes back, I'll be interested to get his take on Pittsburgh in general right now. We cashed with them against Montreal, but it was close. We needed the empty net goal. I'm going to take New Jersey first period here, plus 156. I would also have a slight lean to the under and maybe even a slight lean to the first period under. Anaheim-Winnipeg is an interesting game. Of course, Anaheim Winnipeg lost their leading scorer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Anaheim is a good bet. These are two tough teams, and I was definitely thinking that the first period under might be a good game, might be a good bet. Both these teams are pretty nice defensively when they want to be, and I especially with Patrick Lane out, and I think I'm going to throw that one on there as well. I'm going to throw that one on there. Anaheim Winnipeg first period under. That's going to be minus 108 at Pinnacle. That's another one I'm throwing on there. Winnipeg. And I bet these, of course. All my leans I bet. I just don't make them official picks. First period under, minus 108. That's another play I'm taking. Anaheim, Winnipeg, first period under. And then I guess the biggest controversial line of the, not the biggest controversial matchup, but the biggest controversial line is St. Louis against Vancouver. Obviously, this game has St. Louis written all over it. Should St. Louis be a minus 300 favorite here? You know, maybe, maybe not. Where would I put this line if I had to put this line? I don't even know. I don't even know what I would do. Obviously, Vancouver had a nice bounce-back game yesterday against the Blackhawks, and the question is, did they turn a corner, or was that fluky? My assessment is that was totally fluky. The Blackhawks are just a team, you know, a complete dumpster fire, arguably more of a dumpster fire than Vancouver right now, and I don't think that this is a sign that Vancouver is gonna start being a decent team offensively going forward. I think we're gonna see a bunch more spots in the near future to take Vancouver team total unders. And I think that St. Louis might be a good play here on the minus one line. Minus one line would be about minus 200, which is a massive line to take a minus 200, to take a minus one line. But on the other hand, you know, if you lose 2 units, which is bad but not disastrous. And the only way you lose is if Vancouver actually wins outright, which is just a little hard to imagine right now. Asking a bit much for someone to imagine that. So let me just check what the Vancouver team total is right now here, because I was also maybe thinking about a shot with the over on this one. I think Vancouver might put up a couple points here, and I think that St. Louis will probably put up a couple points more. The Vancouver team total under would be wow, at Pinnacle 2.5 minus 201, a minus 200 line on the Vancouver team total under. Holy shit. Holy shit. All right, you know what? I'll do it. I'm going to take St. Louis minus 1. I'm sure a lot of people are saying, don't do it, Pete. You're a sucker. You're a square idiot. And maybe I am. But at 2, you know, Larry, you don't think I am? Well, Larry doesn't think I am. And that's all that matters. Larry's in the room with me. All right, I'm going to take St. Louis here. The money line part of it, minus 300. And the puck line part of it should be about plus 100, which will average out to a minus 200 line on the minus 1 line. It's just such an... I'm just not a believer in Vancouver right now. And I think after the win, they fade. And I think St. Louis, I believe Tarasenko's back. You know, I think Allen should have a decent game. I think they should... Their top line is looking pretty dynamic. And I think they should be able to put up points. If they win by 1, I'll eat the push. If they lose this game, will I be okay with losing 2 units? Yes. Yes, I will be. And, man, I'm going to have to take more. It was plus 100 in the morning. Now I'm going to have to take minus 110 on the, minus 1.5 at Intertops. So that's slightly higher than minus 200 on St. Louis minus 1. But I'm doing it. All right, Larry, now I'm going to check the comments. I want to see how many people are calling me an idiot for taking St. Louis minus 1 here. Oh, no, not really. Norm L says Blues win easy. Alan Action says Canucks blow, but very little value. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Nice. I'm looking for comments here. Michael Delziti says Ducks are one of the worst first period teams in the league as far as scoring. Yes, I took the first period under on that one. Let's see. Oh, Justin Searcy predicts a win by the Devils. He likes 3-2 Devils. Okay. Alan Action says, until the Pens play better, I can't argue against fading them in any spot. I agree with you, Alan Action, and it's just the line. You know, if the Pens were minus 140, it would be a different story. But minus 190, I'm not quite seeing it. And Barkerman G11 says, Devils are 4-0 in their last 4 road games against a team with a home winning percentage of greater than 600. Yeah, I'm taking it. Okay. All right, some other comments here. Let's see. Elio Rodriguez says, Blues have no value, though. Yes. Udom Rats and a Facty says, I want to pick Vancouver money line, but people are going to think I'm crazy. Yes, they will, Udom. Yes, they will, Mr. Rat and a Facty. Let's see. Other comments. All right. Not that much. Just some agreement. just some agreement with me on St. Louis. And then the Boston-Dallas game, I already gave my opinion on that one. Okay, so once again, on the card, I have added New Jersey first period money line plus 156. The Winnipeg game first period under 1.5 minus 108, and St. Louis -1, and that's added on to my morning show plays on Dallas. Team total over 2.5 and Dallas -1. We'll see how it turns out. Now let's move on to an NBA. In the NBA, the only plays I gave in the morning show were Portland on the first quarter -2 and the Boston team total under 98. A lot of people saying that Portland is low-hanging fruit here, and I agree with that. For people who haven't been following closely, Portland has now covered 11 straight spreads. 11-0 ATS in their last 11 games, which is unbelievable. Boston, of course, despite all the injuries, has been okay and has been getting some covers, but I feel like it ends here. I feel like, I just feel like Portland's ATS run, probably it ends soon. Probably they start slacking off a little bit just as the market catches up with them, but I'm not convinced that this is the game. And I already took Portland 2 ways. I might throw them on the full game as well, just to take them 3 ways. Not sure I want to take them 4 ways, which would be what I would be doing if I took the first half. But that's the only play that I gave officially in the morning show. And let me get to some of the leans that I was thinking about. Let me see. All right, let me just close out my my NHL sheet here, and let me get to the basketball sheet here. Here we go. NBA plays I was thinking about. The Milwaukee game, very interesting. Of course, Giannis is out for the Bucks, and some people were thinking, despite the fact that Markkanen is now in for the Bulls, that Milwaukee early might be a decent play, and I do have Milwaukee first quarter and the first half in my leans category here in my leans column here in the NBA. 2 other plays that I was liking that I definitely bet that are in my leans category here are the first half under and the full game under in Dallas and the Spurs. Obviously, both these teams can be very slow-paced when they want to be. Dallas coming off of a big, high-scoring win on a back-to-back, and I think I'm going to convert both of those to official picks. I did bet this one at 195, and I think the line is dropped. Yes, damn. Now it's down to 193.5 or 194. Let me just see. Let me just line shop a little bit here to see if I can get a 194. Bovada still has 194, but we don't use Bovada lines. Although if you can play at Bovada, you absolutely should play there and bet into their lines. Let me see. Utah, San Antonio. God, no 194s. Only 193s. Although Pinnacle has 193.5 at -102. Yeah, in the morning I could have gotten it at 195. I bet it at 195, and at 193.5, I will. All right, I'll throw that one on there. The Spurs game under 193.5 -102. I should have grabbed that one in the morning show. I bet it at 195. In the morning, it was at 195. I'll throw it on here at 193.5 -102. And also the first half, which was 94. I also bet that one. Let's see if that one is, if a 94 is still available here. Gosh, no, 93.5s or 93s. Man, that is tough. That's tough. A 93.5. Let me line shop a little bit, see if I can find a 94, but I don't think so. All right. God, I like the first half under as well, but I'm not going to double up on this one just in case some unexpected stuff happens. 93.5 -106 is the best line at Pinnacle. All right, I'll take it. And the first half under. 93.5 -106. I bet it at 94. And I'll give it at 93.5 -106. That's the current line at Pinnacle. I'll take it. All right, what other leans did I have in the NBA? And the only other game I had leans on was the Phoenix-Cleveland game. I was thinking about taking Cleveland on the first half -8. Some people were suggesting in the morning show that Cleveland on the first quarter, even at -4.5, would be a good play. And I was also thinking about the overs in that game. First quarter over 56.5 -105, and the first half over 112.5 -105. I did bet both of those. Just feels like it might be another game where Cleveland just rolls up the score. LeBron drops in 30 in the first half, and they don't play much defense. They let Phoenix get some buckets as well. I'm feeling like it's going to be an over, and that Cleveland probably has the edge here. Phoenix is just a complete dumpster fire. They did just play recently last week in Phoenix, and Cleveland blew them out. It was like a 20-point win or something. Went into the 240s or close to it. So I'm thinking we see roughly the same here. Let's see what anyone else has to say about this one. Let's see. Oh, look at this comment. Listen to this, Larry. Big fan. My bearded friend, you won me a lot of money last year, and the show is even better with the bag. #best ever. Thank you so much. Chi-town beatdown. Chicago is also a nice place to live. If I had to live one city in the United States, Chi-town would be on my short list of fucking places to live, man. I like Chicago.
The Australian citizenship guy never came in.
Never came back? That's okay. That's a lot of ways where there's a will, there's a way. I'll have citizenship. I'll have citizenship one of those places one of these days, baby. All right, here you. Oh, Native Queen. There you go. First quarter, Cleveland ATS. First half, ATS and over. That's exactly what I just said. I was thinking Cleveland early on the first half and leaning overs. First half, first quarter over. And I think I might convert those as well from leans to official plays. There you go. There you go. Delta 7575 says Blazers over 203. That's interesting. A lot of people in the morning show are suggesting an under in that game. And I'm not sure about the full game total, but I will definitely take I definitely like the Boston team total under. Once again, right after I said I like Cleveland early and probably overs, Native Queen comes in. Cleveland first quarter ATS, first half ATS and over. Very, very nice. I definitely wouldn't take Cleveland on the full game, but definitely, oh man, and DJ Big Boss says stupid work meeting kept me out of the show. Great to have you here though, DJ Big Boss. Whenever you can show up and give us your opinions and your awesome comments, we always appreciate it. All right, let's see, what else do we have here? Other comments here, Oh, Dan Kelly. All right, I have to address Dan Kelly personally. Because when I gave my pick of Kentucky on the money line yesterday, Dan Kelly posted, I hate that pick, Pete. He posted that he hated it. And he was right. Dan Kelly, I still had a profitable day in college basketball yesterday because my 3 other picks all cashed. But you were damn right. That was just a terrible pick on the Kentucky money line. Shout out to Dan Kelly for just being honest. You know, I really respect honesty in life, you know. And Dan Kelly gives us so many great comments, you know, tells us all the time how much he loves us. But if there's a pick that we give that he hates, he'll go on here and post that he hates the pick. And he was right. It was a terrible pick, Kentucky money line. Dan Kelly, you were right. Kentucky money line was a terrible pick, and you were right to hate it. That was not too strong of a word. That was not too strong of a word. You were right. Okay, let's see. Thick Knowles likes the Heat plus 6.5 and the over 217.5. Okay, I can see that. That game is a total pass for me. I'm just not sure what I think about that game, and I'm going to pass on it. Okay. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Oh, God. Now Dan Kelly's saying I just got lucky beat. No, you didn't. Dan Kelly, you called it before the game. Admit it. It's okay, Dan Kelly. You can take a victory lap for that one. You didn't just get lucky. I made a big money line pick, and you said you hated it, and you were right. You can take it. That's okay. All right, Elio Rodriguez says I had Kansas State. I told you, beat. Yeah, listen. In the comment section yesterday, about 60% or maybe 2/3 of the people were on Kansas, were on Kentucky. But, you know, a good chunk were on Kansas State. Elio Rodriguez, King Rail, a bunch of people were on Kansas State. It was about, 40%, 33% of people who were on Kansas State. So yeah. Cheers to you. Let's see. What else do we and Native Queen, Toronto first half, ATS. That makes sense to me as well. Kyle Lowry supposedly called out. Tomrio Tomori told us that Kyle Lowry called out the team for their crappy defense. So they might clamp down defensively on this one. And if they do, at the very least, early. Man, I like that one a lot, actually. Toronto first half. That's probably -7 or something like that. Let me see. Let's see. I want to check that line here. I'm guessing 6.5 or so. Let's find that one. Toronto first half. 6.5. No, yep, 6.5 or 7. It's a split line. That's probably a really good bet. Because if Toronto comes in and clamps down on defense successfully, they'll roll. Not necessarily full game, but in the first half. That might be a great call right there. In the meantime, the Cleveland game, wow, is now up to 8.5. I'm seeing Just Bet, which we don't use, has 8. But that Cleveland first half is headed up, and I think I might throw on some totals on that game as well. Let me just update my sheet here. Yeah, wow. At the books we use, no 8s anymore for Cleveland on the first half. Now only 8.5s. All right. Let me see what I want to do about that first half total. It's wow. Oh, wait a minute. Total's gone down. It's now down to 112. That's interesting. The full game total on that. Yeah, wow. The full game total's gone down a little bit on the Phoenix Cleveland game. And there was a Cleveland game recently where the total. Who are they playing? There's a recent game where the Cleveland total went down like 2 full points, close to tip off. And the game just exploded over. Almost in like the third quarter, it exploded over. That's interesting. Let me see what the first quarter is. Maybe there's a 56. Maybe there's a 56 available. Nope, just seeing 56.5s. But all right, I'm thinking about throwing on the Cleveland first quarter over and the Cleveland first half over, and maybe going with the Cleveland first half line, even at 8.5, and maybe tailing Native Queen's recommendation on Toronto on the first half. Let's see, Phoenix, Cleveland. Yep, only 56.5. All right, let me look at some comments, and then we'll get to some other. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there you go. Delta 75 taking Cavs over 60.5 first half team total. That might be the best way to go. We've done that recently. Jimmy the Bag and I did that recently. Did that a few times this year with the Rockets. There were a few times when we liked the Rockets on the spread, but they were a big favorite. Liked the Rockets on like the Rocket game on the over, but it was a high total. We weren't sure what the other team was going to be able to do, and so we wound up just taking like Houston team total overs, and that might be a great play there. And I might tail that one, Delta 75. Cavs first half team total. That is a nice play. That is a nice play. Let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have here? Donald Mao likes Minnesota first half -4.5. That might be a good play as well. Jay Scum likes Toronto -6.5 first half. Interesting. Toon 2K says Kentucky killed me. All right. Well, Toon 2K, I hope you bet sized appropriately. I took a loss on it too, but it didn't kill me. Devin Booker ruled out. I assumed he was going to be out. Norm L says Kentucky killed me too. Killed my bracket, that's for sure. Let's see. What else do we have here? Just scanning for comments here. Delta 75 asks if Steph Curry is playing. Yes, he's playing. Theo Bessman. Cleveland first quarter, book it at 4.5. Okay. Let me see. All right. Other comments? Toon 2K says, Loshak, where the shades, bro? Here's a comment, Loshak. Where the shades, bro? Toon 2K. Pow! Right here, baby. Pow! Got him right next to me. There we go. Hip-looking shades here. Right there. Pow, pow, pow. Now people are talking about soccer. Okay, that might be an indication that we should wrap this shit up. Punisher23 says, Blazers first half. I think they come out firing early. I agree with you, Punisher23. I already gave Blazers first quarter -2 as an official play. Definitely. And let me just do a quick save right here, and then we'll wrap this show up. I'll make a few final decisions on these leans that I have here, read a few final late comments coming in late, and then we'll wrap this show up. McCogter saying, Pete, what do you think about the Minnesota first quarter? Yes, I think Minnesota is probably a good bet early. And actually, I think Minnesota is a good bet tonight and then a good fade tomorrow against on the road at Philly. And yeah, so McGogster, yes, I would be leaning Minnesota first quarter, and I might throw that one on there. Actually, let me just scan some comments here. Everyone is Natalie rides from conversing with Bill Buttlicker. Natalie rides from with a comment. Right on, Bill Buttlicker. All right, let's see. Natalie is so much better than to be calling someone Bill Buttlicker, but no, I think she enjoys it. All right, so let me make some decisions here. I'm avoiding making decisions here. Let's go down the card here. Clippers, Indiana, pass. Denver, Washington. Someone said early in the show that, in the morning show, that I forgot who, I think it was Justin Searcy, that Washington -2.5 was his favorite play of the game, favorite play of the card. Now been bet down to -1.5, which is interesting. Minnesota, Knicks. Yes, I agree that Minnesota on the first half might be a good play. I mean, the Knicks just looked horrible against Miami after the first quarter. That line is, let me just find what that would be. Oh, wow, it's almost, whoa, there's a 3.5 at Bookmaker. Man, that is tempting. That is tempting to take Minnesota first quarter -3.5. That's going to be a lean for me, and I probably will bet that one, but I'm going to hold off on that one for now. Phoenix, Cleveland. Let me make a decision here. All right, Phoenix, Cleveland. I will take the Cleveland first half team total over. I'm going to check Heritage right now, and I'll see what the Cleveland first half team total over is. Should be about 60.5. It's 61. That's okay. And as far as and I'm also going to take the first half over in. Let me think what I want to do here. Yes, I'll take the first half over in that one as well. At 1, wow, it's going down. 111.5 at Intertops. I don't quite understand that, but I will take it. I'll take the Cavs game. Don't like to fade this line movement here, but I will take the Cavs game first half over 111.5 -110. That's the current line at Intertops, and I will make that one an official pick. First half over one. Whoa! And it just dropped down to 111 at Pinnacle. Wow, this first half line is crashing. Damn. Let me see what the team total is for the Cavs here. Sorry, we're just watching line. Yeah, 60.5. 60.5. All right, I'm going to take the Cavs. First half over 60.5 minus 110. That's the current line at Heritage. And the first half total, I already gave it at 111.5 minus 110 at Intertops. If I had waited 2.5 seconds, I could have had 111 at Pinnacle. So that line is clearly headed down in a major way on the markets, but I'm going to take it. First half over, and that's it. I'm going to hold off on my lean to Cleveland on the first half minus 8 because I do have them on the first half team total over and the first half over, so those imply a cover by Cleveland. And I'm going to hold off on the first quarter plays as well, although those will definitely be leans. Brooklyn and Toronto, very, very tempting to take Toronto here first half, but I'm going to hold off on that one, but I certainly trust Native Queens lean on Toronto first half. Miami, OKC, I'm going to pass on that one. Milwaukee, Chicago, that is going to be a pass for me, although my lean is that Milwaukee probably is a good bet early. First quarter and or first half. Utah Spurs, I already gave it. I got bad lines, but I gave the first half and first quarter under. Sorry, first half and full game under. Boston, Portland, I did give Portland first quarter already. I did give the Boston team total under already. And I think I might triple up on this one, try to stack some units here, and I might throw on Portland first half minus 3.5, minus 115 at UWager and Heritage, and I will do that. I'm going to throw that one on there as well. Portland first half minus 3.5, minus 115. I've added on that one as well. And I would have leaned to Portland on the full game. I'm just not really sure I want to quadruple up on this one, although I definitely like Portland here. Definitely think it's a down spot for them. And then the Atlanta Golden State game is going to be passed for me. Curry, he is supposed to be playing. How much he'll play, not exactly sure. And, Atlanta gets Schroeder back. That game could go either way. I could easily see Golden State surprisingly being down early or Golden State up by 20 at the half. I would be leaning Golden State here, and I would be leaning under, but I'm not going to take either of those as an official play. And that wraps it up for our show. Once again, in the morning show, I gave Portland first quarter minus 2 and Boston team total under 98 as official plays. And official plays that I have added in the afternoon show: Spurs under 193.5, Spurs first half under 93.5, Cavs first half over 111.5, Cavs first half team total over 60.5, and Portland first half minus 3.5, minus 115. Those are official plays. Bunch of other games that I would have as leans. I'm going to check late breaking comments here, and then we'll wrap this shit up. Let's see. Wrap this shit up. Delta 75 likes the T-Wolves over 114.5 on the team total. Nice. Let's see, what else do we have? Mally Mal has given us a bunch of leans in picks on NBA totals, and he's been killing it for a while on NBA totals in this show. Justin Searcy, I'm on Portland first quarter. Me too. And Golden State third quarter. Okay. Elio Rodriguez says Portland first and full game. Best bet. Okay. I'm on Portland first quarter, and or I don't know if he means first half, but yes, I'm on Portland 3 ways tonight, and I'm very tempted to go on them 4 ways. We'll see. And I guess that's about it. That wraps up the show. It's been a great week. I'm not exactly sure when Jim's coming back. I think it's Tuesday. Might be Wednesday, might be Monday, but whenever he's back, it'll be great to have him back, and we will be back. I'll be back hosting the show solo once again Monday morning, 12 o'clock Eastern time. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in and for the great comments.